going on, guys? My name is Tommy. Welcome back to the channel. It's time for another episode of the Ancestry Anthology. Today, by request, another one of those versatile heritages. Let's talk about the Aasimar in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. If you're liking what you're seeing, remember to like, subscribe, ding the bell, crack the knuckles. Maybe the neck. Oh, not as good as it could have been, but we'll take it. Anyway, y'all stay caught up on your stuff with more books on the way. We probably ought to get underway. So let's dive in. Okay, so of course, follow this card right up here. If somehow you missed the boat and you have no idea what an Aasimar is, TLDR, when a humanoid and a celestial love each other very much, or are very devout, or maybe like great-great-grandma has a secret she isn't talking about, down the line, that can spawn an Aasimar, a humanoid with celestial traits in addition to their own humanoid ones. As you can of course imagine, these celestial traits very often come with that big Fable 1 good guy energy. I now think I might want to download Fable and play that again. But faint halos of light, sometimes feathers for hair, a metallic sheen to the skin, a naturally pleasing floral scent, strangely musical voice. It runs the gamut super wide. They, of course, as one of these versatile heritages, don't have their own culture, so to speak, because they can spring forth from any ancestry. I remember one of my favorite bits of flavor text in 1st edition was that, say, like an orc Aasimar wouldn't necessarily look pretty or be covered in butterflies and things. Rather, they would just look like a more orky orc. Their features would be more defined, tusks bigger, muscles more well proportioned, and you can expect the same kind of thing here. Of course, because you are an Aasimar, you are still a humanoid, and you have that free will to make your own decisions kind of thing. And just because you have traits of a celestial does not necessarily a celestial make you. Indeed, it is one way to take the powers of good and corrupt them for evil to make a evil Aasimar NPC looking at you, Rise of the Rune Lords. But anyway, here we go. Of course, rather than choose a heritage, you can choose Aasimar for your character. Doing so will grant you low light vision or dark vision. If you already had low light vision, you can choose from Aasimar feats and your Ancestry's feats whenever you gain an Ancestry feat. And right off the bat, that's the biggest change we're looking at here. No longer does the Aasimar give you 2 buffs to a stat with no neg. No longer does it let you dodge things like Hold Person, because you're not quite human. On balance, that's probably for the better. Beginning with the lineage feats, an Angelkin, descended from an angel, gets trained in society or something else if they already had it. They get Celestial for free and the multilingual skill feat. Sure, not bad. The Lawbringer, sprung forth from an Archon, gets a +1 circumstance bonus to saves against emotion effects, and if you roll a success on a save against an emotion effect, you get a crit success instead. Sure, not bad. Don't know how often you realistically see these, but when you want it, you got it. The Muse Touch, sprung forth from the Azada, gets a +1 circumstance bonus to escape. When you roll a crit fail, you get a failure instead. When you roll a success, you get a crit success. Also, super circumstantial, but like if you're going to be fighting a lot of oozes that like to grab, or wolves, or bears, or other grabby boys and girls as well, sure, not horrible. Celestial Eyes will get you dark vision if you didn't already have it. Celestial Lore gets you trained in diplomacy and religion, or something for free if you already had these some other way. And you get lore related to the celestial realm from which you sprang. Halo lets you shed light with the effects of a divine light cantrip, heightened to equal to half your level, of course. Blessed Blood. Your freshly spilled blood is sanctified, and ingesting it causes effects similar to those of holy water. Oops. Whenever a fiend, undead, or creature with a weakness to good damage. So, I guess quick aside here. Maybe it's just kind of in the vernacular where I live, but when I read good damage, it comes over as, well, the damage wasn't bad, it was respectable. Yeah, no, that was good damage. Whose turn is it now? Oh, English. Anyway, whenever that happens, and they drink your blood, or bite you and the blood would get in their mouth, they take 1d6 good damage. You gain a +4 circumstance on crafting checks to make holy water using your own blood. So this one makes sense, but is also a little... Yeah, alright, sure. Celestial Resistance. Choose one of the following energy damage types: acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic. You get resistance 5 to it. Though you can choose any of these energy damages, the damage type matches a celestial associated with your bloodline. For instance, an Angelkin might choose resistance to cold or fire with a Cassissian forebear. Your forebear was a floating helmet. Nice! Resistance to fire with a Belize forebear, or resistance to sonic with a coral forebear. I don't know those two off the top of my head, so I can't. Nice, that one is hard. Anyway, Imperial Blessing. Bless once per day is a first level divine innate spell. Sure? I mean, like, no one's gonna say no to it, unless they already have a similar buff. At 9th level, Angelic Magic gets you humanoid form and remove fear each once per day as 2nd level divine innate spells. Archon Magic gets you continual flame and shield other once per day as 2nd level divine innate spells. Azada Magic gets you glitter dust and remove paralysis each once per day as 2nd level divine innate spells. Probably the best of the three. At least that one resonates the most with me personally. Celestial Wings for 2 actions once per day. For 10 minutes, you gain a fly speed equal to your speed while you've manifested your wings. Okay, didn't expect to see that, but that's the 5e Aasimar's shtick, right? I forget, if I'm honest. I've only played very little 5e, but I think they can generate wings as well. Divine Countermeasures is a +1 circumstance bonus to all saves against divine effects. Aasimar's Mercy, beginning at 13th, each day you can cast 2 4th level divine innate spells, choosing from remove curse, remove disease, and neutralize poison each time you cast. That's not bad. Again, like, a lot of these things are superseded by a divine caster, but if you ain't got it, or you want the cleric to not be taxed out, yeah, sure, having a couple extra remove curses floating around doesn't seem horrible. Celestial Strikes, all your weapon and unarmed strikes deal 1 additional good damage and have the good and magic traits. Summon Celestial Kin once per day. You can cast Summon Celestial as a 5th level divine innate spell, but the Celestial must be from the same category as your own lineage. Is at the very least quite flavorful. Lastly, at 17th level, once per day you can cast Divine Decree via Celestial Word as a 7th level divine innate spell. You must choose good for the spell's alignment, and you can cast that spell regardless of whether you worship a deity or what their alignment is, and Eternal Wings means you have your wings forever. Okay, so the Aasimar has always been a race that hasn't, like, super appealed to me. I've GM'd for them on several occasions in 1E, because you get no neg stat, you dodge a lot of spells, why wouldn't you? And I played one once in a one-shot because it was very flavorful. I wanted to make like an Einherjar in training. Best way to do that seemingly was to make him come down as an Aasimar. This one just does not resonate with me as well, though. A lot of the tech seems really good, but it's also like, how often am I going to be grabbed? How often am I going to need to unpoison the fighter? Certainly in something where you will be fighting lots of demons and undead, particularly demons and undead that want to chew on you. Celestial Strike's Blessed Blood is really good tech. Every time something bites you, it takes a d6 of good damage, has like Elder Scrolls Oblivion level of shenanigans. They fall over and explode when they hit you. Yeah, we're not. I think this is what I would leave this in my back pocket for too, is if I knew we were gonna go like re-up Wrath of the Righteous in 2E, or when they do the adventure where we get to go to the Gravelands and punch undead all day, yeah, no, sure, I'll play that. GMing for this, I will say, does feel a little more fair though. No longer are we choosing the Aasimar strictly because it has the better mechanics than everybody else at the table. Balance in all things. What do y'all think? Are we rolling up Aasimars? Are we playing them? What are our thoughts? Let me know in the comments. What's left out of this book in terms of the ancestries? Well, we've got Duskwalker, Tiefling, Tengu, Isoki, and Kobold. We got 5 more still. Damn, gotta love all that new. Still feels new even though this book's been out for a while. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I will see you next time.